Sam took Leroy by the hand, walking upstairs with him. Sam opened the door for Leroy, closing it quietly once they were both inside. He leant back against the door, smiling at Leroy shyly. Leroy watched him, reaching out to Sam and grasping him by the front of his shirt, pulling him towards him before turning and pushing him slowly back onto the bed. He crawled forwards, leaning over him on all fours. "Are you sure you want to do this?" Leroy asked him. "Yes," Sam breathed. "I want to love you, to feel you," he smiled. "I want this," he whispered. "I want to feel you inside me." Sam reached up, brushing Leroy's cheek tenderly, running his fingers through his hair before letting his hand fall back down to the bed, laying there beneath Leroy calmly, simply waiting. Leroy leant forwards, caressing Sam's cheeks with both hands as he moved forwards, his lips hovering over Sam's. He paused only briefly before kissing him. Sam moaned as Leroy moved his tongue inside him, grasping Sam's arm with one hand and with the other slipping beneath his belt. Sam broke away from him, craning his head back, his body shuddering, his breath in shallow gasps. Leroy withdrew his hand, unbuckling Sam's belt. With the other hand, he lifted Sam's shirt to expose his bare chest. "You're so handsome," Leroy whispered, running his tongue across naked skin. "So perfect." He leant back, sitting up so that he could see Sam's face clearly. "Don't worry," he said. "I won't mark you." "I wouldn't mind if you did," Sam mumbled back, cheeks flushed as Leroy continued to touch him down below, caressing him so tenderly. "I am yours," he breathed. "After all." Leroy pulled his hand back, grasping the top of his trousers and pulling them down, freeing Sam from them and throwing them aside. He leant over Sam again, kissing him briefly before whispering into his ear, "Turn over." Sam did so, and Leroy ran his hands over his body, nuzzling into his shoulders and smelling his scent as he unzipped his own trousers. "Relax," he told him. "I'll be gentle." Sam drew a sharp intake of breath, balling the sheets up in his hands as Leroy pushed forwards, reaching further into him as he leant over Sam, weaving his fingers between Sam's as he moaned in pain and in pleasure. Leroy's body began to sweat in the hot room, but he did not slow his pace as he thrust into him. Leroy continued enjoying every inch of Sam's body, owning him, controlling him. He quickened as he began to climax, throwing his head back as he finished. They lay on the bed together after that, holding each other close. "I love you, Leroy," Sam told him. "I love you." Leroy squeezed him tighter, closing his eyes, content as he felt a strange emotion inside at hearing these words. "I know," Leroy whispered quietly to Sam. "A lot has changed throughout my life, and I haven't always been as happy as I am now. I love Sam dearly. He is everything to me, and meeting him was one of the best things that has ever happened to me. However, my story began not with him, but with another.